Wiggity wiggity wiggity, what's up, gamers and game fans alike? Mayhem here, coming at you from the hardcore survival game with all the realism, Scum. And today we have a very important task we need to work at. We need to go check for landmines. That's why I have on my construction outfit. This is gear that I don't mind losing if everything goes, let's just say, belly up. It's a possibility. A high likelihood, I would say, if there are landmines that I end up stepping on one unintentionally, because I'm a little bit goofy. No big deal, though. We will risk this alternate set of gear in service of the server at large. I got reports from a couple of friends, or a friend on the ground, that right now, or earlier today, there were a couple of players online who have acted nefariously. So there's these squads, I'll show you, that have Japanese or Chinese script related to them. I'm not exactly sure how to tell the difference. I'm going to be honest. I'm not that versed in Japanese or Chinese. So either way, these guys have been causing trouble in several different areas of the map, and we think they might be responsible for placing the landmines also, just based on their play style and their erratic behavior. So since I got reports from this morning that these gentlemen were online and causing trouble, I thought, well, why don't I take this as an opportunity to check for mines? If there are some, that would indicate that they probably are the culprits because there hasn't been anyone dying from these landmines as of late. So we're going to go in, we're going to take a look. I'm going south. I'm going to go a little bit... Oh, I guess I want to be going a little bit east. East is the direction. There we go. And we'll go check the closest trader first, see what we can find, see what we can do about disarming, and then we'll move on to the Z3 trader, whether or not we find landmines here. Oh, you know what, though? If I'm going to do this, I should probably bring an extra battery or two, because the minesweeper will no doubt require some batteries. I call it a minesweeper because that's primarily what I use it for. It is a metal detector, and you can use it to find buried chests and other such things, even just loot on the ground. Off stream, I finally got this remote key card installed, and it seems to be working really well. Very handy to be able to do that right there. Saves me a bunch of fiddling about. Let's just take a look at the minesweeper. Take in hand, there's no battery in there currently. Yep, I might need to try and add more key cards, or I might just keep the one. They're kind of expensive as far as electrician's tools go. You know, I'd have to buy those things if I wanted to make more, and sensors and all that, so we'll stick with just this one for right now and see how I'm feeling moving forward. That's got no charge in it, basically. These do charge up pretty quick, though. Alright, I think one spare battery maybe is enough. Yeah, if I need more, I can buy some blue ones from the trader. One spare should get us going. We'll just go ahead and pop that right in there. And it is working. Alright, we'll put that on our back. And now we can go to the trader. It's hard to do metal detecting if you don't have batteries in your metal detector. That's pretty basic stuff. Alright, southeast was the heading we wanted to take. Probably trend a little bit more east than south, just to get to that road a little more directly. I don't mind driving off-road, but it's pretty risky. You tend to bang up your truck in a bit of a hurry. Rocks pop up out of nowhere, especially when you're using night vision. Flattens the environment a little bit. It's harder to see certain aspects. Alright, we are traveling east. I'll just follow this road out to the main road. The A0 trader, which is our closest trader currently, is it's a bit of a longer a set of longer roads than the Z3 trader as far as metal detecting goes. So it's going to take a little while to sweep through this road, but I think it's going to be totally worth it. If I find evidence of these landmines, that actually will be pretty good. We're working on a long-term project, probably going on a month now, of trying to figure out who's placing these landmines. I was told that last night these same gentlemen were talking to each other in chat, and all they said was two things. The letter N as in Nevada, and the number 11. And the hypothesis is that perhaps that number is how many landmines were placed in the environment. We have no direct evidence of this yet, but I'm going to see if I can go collect some right now. Alright, I think this is my turn here. And considering what I'm going to do right now, I'm not even going to risk that road right there that I normally might risk. I'm going to go to the fork in the road. We'll start there, work in towards the trader, and then we'll work back out towards the main road. Oh, that was a whole tree I just ran into. My goodness. My attention is divided at the moment. I want to go basically due south. Kind of headed the right direction. Where am I? This'll do. Let's park in this bush right here. And I'm going to take my rifle with me just in case. I've got a revolver, which is currently fully loaded. There we go. Let's grab our rifle, just in case the stuff does hit the fan. And I need a couple magazines. Again, considering the work I'm doing here, I mean, I don't think I'm going to encounter anybody, but let's say I'm ahead of the curve and they are actually coming around to do it right now. I have to expect that a player who's going to be placing traps at the trader is probably going to be rather directly hostile. Good. We're fully loaded, ready for action. Let's check these things. Yeah, I could use a little bit of a touch-up on some of these items, but they're in good enough shape for combat work. Alright. Oh, one last detail, just for my own sake. There we go. There seems to be a zombie around here, which is somewhat surprising. Let's see what we could do here. What do you think? Are we going to find landmines today? And if we do find them, are we going to blow up? I certainly hope not. Okay. So begins the work that we must do. I'm going to go right down the middle here. And I have to pay attention because it's easy to just relax into the auto walk and kind of chill. But if I start detecting something, I need to stop moving right away. because the radius of what they're working on, the radius of their bomb could set off faster than I expect. Mr. Sir Trainer, good evening to you, sir. Are you the Phil Trainer who provided Nico with a game key? Okay, make sure I'm going the right direction. I sure am. Yes, sir. Well, I sincerely appreciate that. I'm sure you know Nico handed that off to me. Very generous move. And I'm definitely using that as an opportunity to promote this game. I don't think enough people play it. And there he is in chat right now. Hey, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, what a wonderful game, man. As I understand it, you're involved in the development of the game, and I just want to say it's beautiful. Beautiful. I grew up. I started playing DayZ mod for Arma 2 in maybe 2011 or something, and I just fell in love with it, but there were things that it lacked, and when Scum popped up on my radar in 2019, it hit me. Oof. You just have an in-game item? Well, regardless, you are Bladesmith. Okay. This game is everything that a survival game should be. That's gonna be a problem. Come on. I'm ready for you. Anybody else? I hear you. There we go. A bladesmith. Well, that's cool. And I do like the trainer axe. It's very cool. I've used it a couple of times. My primary melee is the sword just because of its effectiveness. But I feel like the trainer axe could probably be thrown too, couldn't it? Do some damage like that. And when I was playing in 2019, they still had the tracers on for the thrown items. So when you would hold G, it would show you the trajectory the item was going to take. And I used to make 3 spears out of wood when I first spawned in. And that was my primary weapon, was to throw the spears at the heads of the puppets. View in-game items as gifts for developers. Yeah, that's your axe. Cool. Yeah. I see. Okay. So you're sort of not directly involved, but indirectly involved in the production of the game. That's pretty cool. Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. I gotta give that a try. Because that's kind of what it looks like, more of a throwing axe than a melee weapon. Got them. I wonder what he's talking about there. Good Sir Nico. Throw a message out in chat. Up in the Discord here, see if he comes back at me. Curious. This is thrilling gameplay, right? You've been friendly terms, they've been good to you, the developers. That's cool. And I love that they're still updating the game consistently. And sometimes when games get released early access, there's not a lot of follow through. One game I enjoy called Chivalry 2 is plagued by that problem. It feels like they never really finished the game, and it feels like they might not finish the game. But regardless, I still enjoy that game. It's nowhere near as fleshed out as this one, though. There's so much meat on the bone here. I bump into people all the time in chat and in game who tell me they have hundreds and thousands of hours, and it doesn't surprise me. I mean, I've put in several hundred hours in the last couple months, and that's why I started streaming. I said, if I'm going to play this game so much, I gotta try and make something of it, eh? But I think it was also one of the first games I ever streamed on this channel, going way back to 2019. And I don't recommend you go back and look at those streams because they are very cringe and poorly produced. Very approachable. That's good to know. Yeah, I could tell they work hard, and they're constantly releasing updates, and they're tweaking things, and they're genuinely fixing problems. Once in a while someone pops up in chat complaining about this, that, or another change, and I just say it's an early access game. When you change one thing, it affects another. Just give them some space, and they're going to keep working on it. They have been. Why would they stop now? Alright, so far we're looking pretty free and clear here. That doesn't mean much because most of the times when I've hit landmines at these trader roads, they've been very close to the safety circle. So we're going to go all the way right down, and then we'll run back and go in the other directions. It's nice to know that these roads are safe to travel, and if they're not, it's nice to know that too. It really sucks when you're driving in to sell something and you get blown up and you have to respawn and run back. Community Facebook page, okay. I will check that out. I just got back in the Scum Discord, which I think is an official Discord, right? I'll check out the community Facebook page too. I'm not very active on Facebook anymore. I have a profile, but I don't know. I haven't really used it since high school. In a way, I'll kind of be saddened if I don't find some landmines right now, because I'm attempting to solve the problem, right? We don't know who's placing these things, and we're kind of gathering information. And if I find some landmines today, it points us in a direction, at least in a direction, which is something. Oh, excellent. I will do that. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll get that information from him. Ah, it's cool that you popped into my chat. I didn't expect to see you here. It's very awesome. Where are you from? Considering you said good evening, I'm guessing somewhere in Europe. Or thereabouts. Alright, I think we're gonna be okay here. Another couple 100 meters of road and we'll be done with this section. UK English. Okay, hey man, I appreciate the support. I've got a small growing channel here, and I'm gonna continue stepping up my game slowly over time, metaphorically and literally, right? Playing the game more, and some peripherals that I want to get to improve the quality of the stream. But yeah, every little bit of support counts right now, and ultimately what I'd like to do is build a bit of an American Scum community here. And I'm finding people slowly, a lot of people in the game, but even though I'm on a US server, it's interesting. I bump into people who are Europeans, and it's just kind of interesting to me because it would never occur to me as an American to go looking through European servers and playing on one of them. So it's funny, that's kind of how popular the game is, I'm guessing. So Europeans who don't want high pop servers come over to America. I'm guessing it's a lot busier there in Europe. I didn't bring my wire cutters, although I think I have a set in the truck. If I do come across something, I could make an attempt. Play with some amazing Americans. Hey, you don't have to lie to me. I know what we are. No, I'm just kidding. That's great. That's great. Yeah, I'd like to see it grow over here. Obviously, the American market is very large, but I think we're somewhat plagued by a short attention span and a desire for fast-paced action, right? This game is a lot of things, but it is not Call of Duty. And that's what I like about it. I like slow games that I can really settle into. Alright, that's it. We made it to the green zone. We're headed back. Here comes a truck. Oh, look at this. Hey, it's Nico. What's up, fellas? How you doing?
Hey!
Oh, there are Battle Royale servers. That's cool. I was just doing some minesweeping, checking to see if our foreign friends might have placed some fun stuff for us. Battle Royale style. That's interesting. I might have to look into that a little bit.
We're gonna kidnap you, man.
Oh, you got me now. I'm at your beck and call. I do love the events, right? I say this isn't Call of Duty game, but if you just go right into the events, I mean, you need a couple fame points to do it. Those events are a ton of fun. Absolutely one of my favorite aspects of the game. Didn't you guys have these doors? Did they break on you, or am I mistaken?
No, still missing.
Well, let's fix that. He needs a couple of doors here. Let's see what we can do for him.
Okay.
Alright, we need a front right and a rear right. We take care of our
Can I see
friends.
how you're doing?
It's been long enough. You should have some doors.
Thank you, bro.
Vulnerable enough in the truck since you can't up armor it yet.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
When you guys came in, did you come in through the woods or did you come in on the white roads?
Yeah, we came to the woods.
Alright, I'm gonna go keep sweeping up there, so just look out for me. Try not to run me over. Love those guys. It's pretty cool. They were in my chat originally, and Rabbit has a few hours of experience in the game, but he's only done PvE servers. And he was saying he might want to go and try PvP. And I thought, yeah, why not? He's a nice enough guy, so I gave him the information on the server, and then Nico said he had tons of experience, but he wasn't really playing anymore. He started getting the itch, so I invited him in, and they teamed up, and now Nico's kind of helping Rabbit get his feet wet. And yeah, I keep bumping into him. It's a lot of fun when you bump into people in the game. We were crossing paths yesterday as I left the scrapyard. They were coming into the scrapyard, and we both just hit the brakes, turned around, and had a little rendezvous. And I thought, man, those are the moments that you live for in these kinds of games, right? Obviously, it's a PvP game, and it's dangerous encountering folks, but when you have those positive interactions, it's just a great feeling. That unexpected moment of brotherly love. A little friendship in the apocalypse, if you will. Alright, we're going to hit this east to west road next. It's a little bit longer. I probably won't do the whole thing, but I'm going to try and get maybe halfway along it, and then I'll do the whole stretch of north-south road. That's my plan. We'll see how it goes. Have you tried the Battle Royale servers, Mr. Trainer? Mr. Trainer, Phil? I'll call you anything you like except late for dinner. Big stretch. Recover. Yep, too busy with your server. Understandable. And that's kind of how I feel. Even though this isn't my server, Bill is good. Love to hear it. My one of my squad mates. Yep, I knew I heard something. One of my squad mates went ahead and rented a server so that we could have admin controls and do, you know, testing and stuff. And he's like, "Hey, come and play on my private." And I'm like, "Ah, dude, I kind of want to just put the time in the server where I'm making progress." But it is nice to have that for doing certain testing things, like checking to see how explosives affect structures and learning how to fly. It's one of those things you don't want to learn the hard way when your actual fame points are on the line. Whoa. Oh my goodness. I don't have my armor on. This is not going well for me. Okay. How did I do here? Couple of C1s, no big deal. Kit needs a little bit of love. Alright, I got my big repair kits on me. That's alright. I try not to use the good repair kits on my backup gear, but probably should anyway, just to keep it in good shape. You get together on community nights and mess about. Z2K2. Huge community runway on the beach. Everyone is putting flags down as close as they can. Oh, interesting. That's kind of cool. So it's a less serious server, and you guys just kind of mess about. Is that a private server, or is it open to the public? Alright, alright. Let's check this east-west road now. I hate to leave a thing half done, but it's so much road to have to metal detect along, it gets kind of meh. Gets a little, what would you say, tedious at some point? Becomes tedious. Trainer's trenches, a lot of puppets, okay. Small server, but pop in. Yeah, I will definitely check it out. Let me, hold on. I have my little piece of yellow paper here that I write down things I need to remember. Trainer's trenches. Did I spell that right? Yep. I know how to English. Look at me go. I appreciate the invite. Where am I? I am not where I wanted to be. Let's go to the start so we don't miss something by accident. Z2K2 help yourself area? What do you mean by that? Is it like shared loot? Small servers are what I like anyway. I mean, this is a very low pop server. It has capacity to get busy, but it just doesn't. And that's kind of where I'm happiest, in a place where it's not constant action, where you can actually get some stuff done. Alright, grab a sip of water before we get going here. I have a feeling Nico's gonna run me over by accident. It's just one of those things. I won't even be mad at him if it happens. But it feels like that's what's gonna happen. Sometimes those intuitions are just too powerful to ignore. Oh, okay. Crafting, fishing gear. Oh man, that's really cool. It sounds like you got a good community. Is that PvE? It must be PvE if you're sharing stuff like that. I know I wouldn't share my stuff with anyone outside my squad. They would use it to kill me. Except maybe Nico. I'm still not sure if I trust Nico. I like him. I think he's a good guy. And I like talking to him. But I have a feeling he's going to become an enemy in the game at some point. And it's not just a feeling. He's made the statement several times, and I can't tell if he's playing with me or not. So I'm mentally prepared. Like one of these days. Oh, okay. So it's a PvE server with PvP points of interest. I gotcha. That's a fun way to do it. Makes it a little bit more a little bit less stressful, right? Because when I'm out here on this server, if it gets busy or when it is busy, I just have to constantly look over my shoulder and wonder what's coming next. I think our biggest fear is a base raid. That's something we want to avoid, and it does give you some incentive to really spend some time building and fortifying, but also it's stressful and it sucks dying. So the idea of getting like bed trapped or something, that's that's not a thing I'd want to have to experience in this game. The cost of death is so steep, making it worth visiting by tweaking the loot in that area. Okay. So it becomes competitive not just for the fun of competition, but also because you can get something out of it. That makes sense. A couple of RPGs, maybe some C4, a whole airplane. I see what you're saying. And at this point, I think I would risk PvP just for 10 MREs, right? If there was a place I could go and consistently get MREs, I would risk PvP for that. Definitely. I buy them, sure enough, but they get expensive fast. Yep, guns available. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Right, and when you say that, do you mean they're lying around pretty regularly, or okay, you've got a separate container just for guns that you can use in that area, and you don't have to risk your personal gear that way? Oh yeah, that nice droning sound of a lulling metal detector. It's the sort of thing you could go to sleep to. Okay. Yep, yep. And on the server admin side of that, there's not really a lot of tools in the game yet for setting something like that up. So I'm guessing you probably have to do that as a character. All admin work full time too. Small server. Okay. Yep. Huh. No professional admins. That's neat. I'm gonna check it out one of these days. It sounds like a good time. I hope my ping is low enough. But I have pretty good internet here. I'm sure it'll be fine. Yeah, well that's what I was thinking because if it's not if it's not hard coded into the game, if you're just leaving guns in a cabinet somewhere, people are going to walk away with them, guaranteed. No pros. Yeah, we're all hobbyists at the end of the day. That's something I deal with at my base. We've got 5 other active squad mates besides myself, and there's a small handful of us that contribute pretty heavily to the loot at the base, and then there's another portion of the team that kind of pulls on those resources. And obviously, I don't mind. Like, that's what squad mates are for. But it does cross my mind, like, hey, there's certain things I'm going to set aside in my personal cabinet because if I leave them in the community area, it's just going to disappear constantly, and then it won't be there when I need it. Work and play. So do you stream yourself? Do you make money in or through the game somehow? Or is it work in the sense of like I'm working right now doing something that's not exactly exciting, but I feel like it needs to be done? Minesweeping, to name it specifically. Alright, I'm feeling pretty confident. If there weren't any landmines at the stretch of road leaving the trader, and we've made it this far, I'll be really surprised if there's more down that way, so I'm not going to bother continuing. We're going to hit the north-south stretch of road, and then we'll swing around to the Z3, Z2 trader and see what's going on there. If I'm remembering correctly, there's about 5 hours difference between myself here on the East Coast and y'all over there in England across the pond, right? So it's probably 6-ish in the evening right now, a little after 6. That's just the part of my brain that likes to know things. I think I'm -5 GMT where I am right now. Haven't really made much money, but commissioned items, I gotcha. Most of what you give is gifts. Wait. You have made Danny Trejo himself. Machete. Got the axe. Yep. So you're the guy responsible for the Danny Trejo. Okay. So is that the impossible blade? I don't understand that reference. I'm gonna be upfront with you. But my brother has one that looks like a spiffed up kunai or something to that extent. Is that your work also? Like a pink kunai knife or a pink throwing knife? Go ahead and catch my breath here before I get going. Actually, I want to check my metabolism too because I'm trying to gain weight and it looks like I'm doing all right with that. Constitution could come up faster, but now that I have a car, there's not so much running happening. All right. We do the north-south now. Miss Impossible is the Australian streamer, and the pink blade is hers. Oh, okay. And you're sewing the sheath now. That's cool. Are you looking for me? I'm right here. I kind of wish I had a light I could shine or something. I'm pretty sure this is still Nico and Rabbit. Miss Impossible, Australian streamer. Okay, that's cool, man. Do you have a history as a graphic artist? Y'all ready for a horde?
Well, thank you.
Don't thank me yet. We're just getting started.
Go. Leave him.
Oh, I'll be alright.
Are you sure you don't want to jump in with us?
No, I'm gonna keep minesweeping. I want to finish up this north-south stretch of road. I did the first half of the east-west road right here. I think it's just fine. I haven't found anything yet. So I'm gonna hit the Z3 trader next and check those roads. Just trying to figure out if those Chinese guys are the ones placing the landmines or not. So hopefully I find something.
Well, at some point we'll have to just take them out.
That's what I'm thinking. If I find out that it is these guys or get evidence of it at any rate, we'll have to make it a priority to figure out where their base is and take out their crafting supplies. And they probably operate just out of chests, which is going to be difficult.
Okay,
Well, we'll
give us
figure it
time,
out.
mate. Yep, we'll find them.
Yes, sir. Y'all keep at it. We'll talk soon.
Bye bye, ciao.
You,
Thanks for the gift.
oh, anytime. You got sick and couldn't sit on your arse, so you learned metalworking. Okay, alright. I think I'm putting something together here. You say you're sewing a sheath, and you mean you're literally with your hands sewing an actual sheath. I was thinking you were talking about graphic design stuff, but you're a genuine metal worker, which you had already said, but you know, my attention span's shot. I play video games all the time, so pardon me. That's really cool. So you have physical versions of these things, and then they get added into the game. If I'm understanding correctly. That's really cool. Oh my goodness, man. I was already really intrigued by what you were talking about. Now, did I just miss? What's the deal with that? Now I'm even more intrigued. My brother works in metal, not with a forge, but as a machine guy. He works at factories. The trainer's axe was real before it went in the game, and okay, dev approved. Yeah, okay, that's awesome. So yeah, my brother showed me Alex Steele. I mean, we started watching his channel back before he even had a real studio, when he was still in like a shed or a garage or something. And I don't keep up with him so much these days, but yeah, for a while there, I was watching a ton of smithing and forging content. Very cool stuff. Harkens back to an earlier time, right? Working with your hands, making things manually, putting in the effort, and you end up with a much higher quality item than the stuff that comes off of off of an assembly line or whatever. Very, very cool. I'm guessing that I'm hoping that some of this stuff is on your YouTube channel. Can I go there and see some videos of the things you've created or the process of that creation? I'm going north, right? Yeah. I don't think we're going to find anything. I think these guys probably didn't hit this trader. Now, they have done before, because my squad mate Thor told me he got hit with landmines at this trader, but that was 3 or 4 weeks ago now. Cannot drop links here. So used to moderator status. 8 YouTube streamers. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, you don't have to drop links. I was just curious if you make YouTube content or not. Wait, are you saying you can't drop links because of a setting in my chat? Or is that just kind of how this works? Let's see here. Ah, okay. I don't know how that setting comes to be. Interesting. Content moderation, none. Comments and ratings. Okay, yeah, I don't see a way that I can do this. Okay, I'm learning things. There. Yes, sir. I'll accept that offer. Please don't feel any particular responsibility. I appreciate that. If there's yeah, There's no pressure there at all. At least you can post your links now, right? Back to the thrilling minesweeping content. I think you should be good to go at this point. I'm learning about YouTube still. I spent a little time streaming on Twitch a couple years back, and I got kind of pretty well set up, and then life happened, and now I'm just streaming here on YouTube. I prefer YouTube anyway. I'm not a person who watches Twitch, so I kind of decided I didn't want to stream over there because all of my content comes through YouTube. Everything I watch, everything, my news, my entertainment, my music. Cool. Yeah, yeah. Hey, that's awesome, man. I sincerely appreciate that. And yeah, you feel free to share your stuff too, because cross promotion is everything. I've got what, 70, I guess probably 74 subscribers now, thanks to you being the 74th if my current count is correct. So yeah, any way I can help and people can help me, that's how it goes. That's what the game is all about. As I like to say, good people need to take care of each other. Alright, we're going to take this one all the way up to the yellow road. Make sure that this is clear. I know the yellow road is safe. Well, I guess I don't know, but normally we don't find the mines on the main roads. It's usually the white roads. You can click their name and share. You don't have anything on sale? Discord. Okay. Excellent. Let me go ahead and grab that invite right now. Garden Forge UK. Join. Boom. 151 members. Very nice. And look at that. There's a link to my YouTube video there. You, sir, are a gentleman and a scholar. I'm gonna have to thank Nico for telling you about me. That's absolutely awesome. Much appreciated. Oh, I'm getting a little chilly with this rain. The sun should be coming up pretty soon. Let's flip the night vision off. Have a look. I guess with the cloud cover, it might delay the sunrise a little bit. We're looking pretty good and clear here. Definitely going to head down to Z3. So I know that that's one of the most common traders to have this landmine problem. .3%. Climb until empty, 6 hours. Yeah, this thing kind of just sips the juice. Doesn't really burn through it too fast. I'm having a quick peek at your Discord while I'm doing this. Oh yeah, I'm gonna have to dig through this later when I'm not streaming. It looks like you've got a pretty active community over there, huh? Alright, let's just take a look at the health real quick. Whoa, incorrect. That's your YouTube. Okay. Excellent. Lots of fellow streamers in there. Very cool. Very, very cool. Oh, this is neat. I almost didn't end up doing a stream today. I got some stuff happening and I'm glad I did. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm looking through your front page on YouTube here. Oh, I'm gonna watch some of that stuff. To be sure, I'm gonna watch some of that. That looks really cool. How long have you been making content on YouTube? Alright, we made it right out to the road, no landmines. Well, that's nice. At least I know I can take this road in, which will save me some durability on my truck. The doggone rocks that hide in bushes, they will take your tires out quick, fast, and in a hurry. I know Rabbit, who's the one hanging out with Nico here, he said he's getting YouTube set up. He wants to stream his gameplay as well. So once he gets that rocking and rolling, we'll definitely support him also. I think that's really how games grow these days, is by the streamers that play them and share them with people. I mean, there's no better advertisement for a game than somebody playing it and enjoying it and building a community around and in that game. That's the magic sauce. I think that's a big reason why Minecraft got so popular, because of the, well, there's different ways to look at it, but without a doubt, the streamability of it, the way that people can build things artistically and share the process. You know, you had some of those early YouTube channels too, like, oh gosh, I can't remember what the guy's name was, but the Journey to the Far Lands, and you know, all the Hermitcraft folks, those kind of big names that get big for playing the game. They just build a community and then people want to play it. And I'm hoping that that'll happen with Scum too. This game has the realism aspect that I think is very enjoyable to immerse yourself into, and that immersion is what a lot of people like from video games. They want to get deep into them and feel like it's sort of another reality that you can slip into. And Minecraft, Space Engineers, you know, there's a number of different simulator games that I've played that just, they don't have that immersion in the same way that Scum has it. Arma comes close, and it's the realism aspect, I think, that really stands out to me. I like realism games. Farming Simulator comes close in some ways to giving me that feeling, but the diversity of this game, I talk about this on stream enough, but I'll just mention it again. The different levels of play here, where you can be like I am, in a squad that's big with a big base, and you've got multiple vehicles, planes, but then it's just as fun when you first start and you're smashing rocks together to make a stone knife. It's different ways to play the game. I started this playthrough on this server planning to be nomadic and just selling stuff out of a backpack, living at, you know, I would fall asleep at the trader, and that was basically my home. I would start and end my gameplay sessions at the doctor there, resting in one of his beds. And that was a ton of fun. I would do it again in a heartbeat. Oof. Did somebody take my driver's license away? I am a danger to myself and others. Hey, it's been cool talking with you, Phil. I'm really glad you popped in. Definitely nice to have a good conversation going with chat. You know what? I'm gonna just sweep the bridge real quick, because this feels like a prime location to plant a landmine if you want to grief. What do we have here? Car with no engine? Looks like we have some community service to do. More community service. I mean, this is just a community service day, really. I bumped into a guy at that same A0 trader yesterday, Apollyon, I'm not exactly sure. It was a lot of letters, and it was spelled kind of like it might have some Spanish or Latin influence. Anyway, I told him, I asked him, "Are you on foot?" He was all geared up. I mean, he was wearing almost the same kit I was, full armor, night vision, everything. And I said, "Are you on foot?" And he said, "Yeah, I can't find a car." And I said, "Well, I do community service, go around and burn vehicles with no engines, so keep looking, you'll find one." And he said, "Oh, thanks." He was like surprised that someone would do that. But come on, man. There's a lot of fun things you can do with your time. Burning cars has to be in the top 3, right? Arson Simulator. And this is not a chore. I do wish that I could hold Alt right now and get another perspective on what I'm doing. I also wish that I could take enter picture mode while I'm using the flamethrower so I could get a picture of this. I think that would be awesome. I suppose I can get a screenshot at least. Boom, there we go. And we got 21% health. Oh my goodness. These vehicles. Oh, 4%. Alright, we'll get it done. We will get it done. I'm surprised I haven't had any zombies here. There they are. Bad timing. Oh yeah, that's what I want. I want the chicken. Yes, roasted chicken. Hey! It's a little bit of a gassy roast, but a roast nonetheless. What do we have? I am carrying a knife. That's always good. And I will take this home with me. Hopefully it doesn't spoil by then. It's going to be a while before I get back to base. Maybe I should bury it a couple of backpacks deep, huh? Let's put this in a backpack inside a chest inside the truck. See if we can't isolate it from the decay tick. Nope, that's the wrong chest. That's where I put my backup gear and my truck repair stuff. Oh, I have to clean this out, don't I? Can I fit a chicken in here? Sure can. Couple of feathers. Let's just collapse these into a stack. And guts, so I can make hot dogs. Or sausages. For our non-American friends. Hot dogs are just gross cold bologna that you fry. I love them. I don't care if it's gross. Okay. Community service, done. Right? Top this guy off, and then check the bridge real quick before we go over it, because it would be a darn shame if I got blown up by a landmine while I'm in the process of looking for landmines. That would be the kind of irony that I'm just not into right now. And if I were going to plant the landmine, I would do it right here. And it looks like there's nothing. Question, can you bury a landmine on a bridge? So it would make sense if you were unable to, since it's asphalt. But it would also make sense if you could just bury a landmine anywhere, regardless of the surface. Is there another chicken here? There is definitely another chicken here somewhere. Is that it, or is that a bush? It'd be very difficult to tell when you're wearing the night vision. Oh, I see it. Dang it, just as I went to check the revolver. Come on. We scared him. Got him! You really have to have your timing on point when it comes to the revolver, because it takes a little bit of a delay to pull that shot off. It takes some time to pull the trigger. That's the words I'm looking for. Definitely got more feathers out of the last one, didn't I? Okay, well, while we're here, let's search this loot. A little bit of scrap metal. That's fine where it is. Ooh, a little bit of thread. Always nice to find. Or nylon line. I suppose it's not really thread, right? Thread is usually made of cotton. Okay. That was successful. We got 2 chickens out of that. I think I'm going to risk the rest of the bridge. Since we're not finding any evidence of landmines yet, I'm starting to feel like there might not be any today, which would be scrum diddly-umptious. A small sort of victory. I'm going to risk the rest of it. I'll hop out of the truck just to do the exit, the other end, where it comes to an absolute choke point. Because if you're going to place landmines and you want them to work, you should put them in a place that's unavoidable. Like, between 2 barriers. We'll pop on the night vision. We'll try and keep our eyes open for anything crazy looking. But I'm fairly confident right now we're going to be okay. My heart rate is rising, though, just thinking about it. We got a grill off on the right. You can stay right there, good sir. Hello, stop. Stop. Sheesh. Just kept rolling. What's going on with you? Okay. Is that detecting my truck? No. Is it detecting the metal on that? So it doesn't seem to detect anything else in the environment. I think it is detecting that. Hold on a second. I don't see anything that looks like a landmine or a spot where a landmine was buried. It must be detecting this barbed wire, right? Oh, that's terrible. Yeah, it's definitely detecting the barbed wire. So it'll do this one too, right? Okay, okay, okay. Wow, that high pitch is way too high. I apologize, friends. Ooh, that makes this an even better spot to put a landmine because you can hardly detect it. Since this thing is just going off here anyway. Oh, it's the worst. Okay, alright, that's enough of that. We're safe. Holy crow. It's almost not worth it. It hurts so bad. It'd give you tinnitus if you don't have it. You'd think the earmuffs would protect me from the worst of it, but they don't seem to make a bit of difference. 3, We still got all our chests. Good. Sometimes I leave things behind. I'm a bit of a harebrain, but that might not be fair to Hare. Whoa, 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 whoa. I know how to drive. I have a license. I have a commercial license. I could drive a big truck. Put me in a pickup truck, I forget how to do it. I need a 40,000 pound trailer behind me if you want me to do anything successfully. I do have a bunch of lockpicking supplies. Maybe we could hit the torpedo factory and then go to the trader? Just a thought. There's a couple of things I wouldn't mind finding right now. Definitely want another MK-18, because my buddy lost his last night in a terrible accident where he was flying a plane during a server restart and came back online dead atop a hangar at the V2 airport, and actually managed to parachute in. So there were two of them flying, Corpse and Thor. I don't remember who was flying at the time. I think it might have been Corpse, but I don't know for sure. Doesn't really matter. They died, they were on top of a hangar, and in order to retrieve their stuff, they flew the backup plane all the way there, and Thor parachuted in, landed on top of that hangar, gathered the gear, but he didn't find their swords or their guns, tragically. Everything else worked out just fine, except for those two little details. So I brought them both swords. They each have a black dragon sword now, and I'm hoping that I can replace their guns. I don't know what Thor lost, because he carries all different kit all the time. Sometimes it's an MP5, an MK18. I don't know. And he wasn't clear with me, so if I find something good, I'll set it aside for him too, but I can't know for sure what to replace for him. I know for a fact Corpse lost his MK18 and he really liked it. So I guess even if I don't find one here today, what I can do is just give him mine. I don't really use my MK18. I like the AKS-74U. Not for any particular reason other than the size of it. It's very compact, fits neatly in my backpack. And it's pretty good, right? 31 rounds, rifle caliber, fits in a backpack. You're not making any long-range shots with it, but in a CQB situation, you could protect yourself. Sun's finally coming up. Oh, that's a nice feeling. It's like the car... Yeah, there's a car here that needs burned. Somebody's been looting this. There's one piece at a time going missing. Look at that. It's all just bumpers now. That's crazy. I wonder if somebody's been doing that on foot. Kudos to them if they have. That's a lot of effort. I've been there. And this is not close to the trader. I would guess they're probably using a car and making runs back and forth. Because that's a lot to have to... I mean, you can't run with those body parts in your hand. You have to walk, or jog anyway. Oh, is that a zombie? Yeah, sure is. Where is he going? Hey, guy, I'm actually right here. Okay, I'm just gonna fill up and leave. But you can call me Mayhem, not Philip. What's wrong with you? Get roasted. Oh, I remember the good old days when you could cut the puppets up and eat them? Yep. Back in the early days. Alright, let's go to our usual spot. Right along the building here. I've got a bunch of screwdrivers on me, so Why is my truck acting weird? All my wheels, right? That was strange. There are 18 cabinets easily accessible here. I know there's a couple more scattered throughout. I don't really care to dig in that hard. I'm just gonna hit the 5 right here by this door, and then the 13 on the building across the way. I think maybe if I do this, I should put on my armor and stuff, right? Let's pack up the goodies that we found. Put away this kit. Shoes. Gloves. I'm gonna want this. Pants. Holster with the revolver. And that's it. Drop this guy in there. Mayhem 5. Alright, let's kit back up here. What? I missed? I missed. Put you right there, and then this on my back, and this on my back. And apparently I was doing some construction stuff with my primary kit. That's uncommon. I'll put that back in the distribution bags here. Bolts and wire. Set the lock right there. Oh, I was making, what you call it there, the key card, the remote access for the door. That's what I was doing. That's why I have these tools. Wow, that guy sounds close. I don't like it. Okay. These magazines go in my tactical vest. I'm missing something. What am I missing that usually goes there? I don't know. What I do know is I'm fairly short on bandages. I don't have tourniquets. I don't have any of my regular stuff. That makes me a little bit uncomfortable, but normally I can get through this without any significant trouble. So here's 15, or that's 11, plus 5 is 16. So I just need 2 more screwdrivers here. As long as I don't miss, that'll be enough. And we've got all the bobby pins. We could pre-craft these out here. Hopefully nobody comes by. Normally I don't see anyone at this spot. But if somebody comes by right now, I'm going to be quite vulnerable. Alright, let's get these 2, there we go. Let's get these lock picking items crafted up. Oh, sit back and enjoy. Goodness, this game is great. Absolutely the best. So I've got all these yellow screwdrivers because I picked open a locked chest that had been laying around the base since before I was even a squad member. And I guess the guys just gave up lockpicking on it, and I kind of decided I'd rather use my lockpicking supplies to open a mystery chest than any more lockers out in the environment, because you kind of know what you're going to get in lockers, right? And we have plenty of that stuff already. What I wasn't sure about was what was going to be inside of these player chests, and that is just the type of thing that really excites me. A good mystery, something to work hard at. So I decided I'll just use every bit of lockpicking supply I find to solve this mystery, and then I'll keep finding more stuff. I'll be able to hit the lockers in the environment again, eventually. Popped open 2 of them, and I found a bunch of lockpicking supplies in one of them. I said, well, that was well worth it. I mean, I didn't get all my advanced lockpicks back, but screwdrivers abound. Tons and tons of screwdriver uses. Whoever lost that chest must have been really sad about it, because that was, I mean, you can't buy these screwdrivers. You can occasionally find them, and there were like probably 50 or 60, maybe even more than that, uses of screwdriver in that box. An absolute tragedy for that guy. Feel bad that he had his things stolen. Just glad it wasn't me that did it. Good, 38 ammo. I actually have a 38 revolver in my truck, and I need to start stashing ammo for it because I was looking for some yesterday and I just didn't have it. Okay, that's kind of a bust. I've done better here. I hope the next building over is a little bit better. We'll just drop this stuff off in the truck. UMP-45 we don't need. I'm just going to sell all of this except for the 38 ammo. Folding sights, we've got a set of those. I don't think anyone uses them. Just like that. Search these lockers real quick, because one thing that could happen right now that I would be very excited about is if I found another yellow screwdriver. How great would that be? I've never felt like I had too much lockpicking stuff. Even when I had a chest full of lockpicking stuff, it was only just barely enough. And we brought that lockpicking chest to a base raid that we did and burned through it and had almost nothing to show for it, because it's not the screwdrivers that really count when you're trying to pick difficult locks. It's the lockpicks themselves. You want to have advanced lockpicks. They give you so much more room for error than, you know, bobby pins break before you can even really work with them. Okay. We're going to let him do what he does here. 9mm. That's always nice to have. Oh, look at that. I didn't hotkey my handgun. That might have been a problem. Grab a quick reload here. Top this off with the ammo we just found. We're going to wait for this guy to come back up this way. I probably could have made it across without alerting him, but why even risk it? It gets a lot more difficult with these mechs once you tip them off. Thumpa thumpa thumpa. Haven't talked to Underlink in almost a week now, I think. Glad to see he's still on. Okay, yeah, you get out of here, buddy. You go on, just get right out of here. We don't need you. We're fine without you. Alright. We make a break for it now. I feel like once in a while, something unexpected happens where he spots me, even though it seems like he shouldn't be able to. Oh, okay. I just died to one of these guys yesterday. I don't want to have it happen again. Where is he? I don't see him. I think he's third floor. I think he's all the way up there at the top. Oh, this is the worst. I don't see him. I don't see him at all. Oh my goodness, I don't like it. The laughing is so creepy. He might be outside too, which is almost just as bad. I don't see him. Oh, nope. Are there two of them, or am I getting an echo effect when I do the zoom in, the focus mode? Really would like to be able to see him. Oh, shoot. I startled myself. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't see this guy at all. The worst. Oh, I think I saw him. Yeah, yeah. There he is. Okay. That's good. That's one problem solved. We'll just let him go off up there all by himself, and then we'll go up there and see what we can see. Find what we could find. Oh, he might call in a horde too, huh? No, this guy doesn't even recognize that anything happened. Or does he? Oh, he does. Oh, okay. Well, that's alright. At least they don't climb ladders at this point. There's worse problems you could have. Yeah, these puppets are really nothing to worry about. The beeper, if he blows up in your face, that's a problem. But for the most part, they don't really bother you. You just shoot at them a little bit and they go away and it's all over. Alright, let's clear this upper area. I hear some stepping around going. Where are you? Are they below? I think it's that guy below me that I'm hearing. Let's bust these open. There we go. Like, I know I'm very, very close. Why can't I get this? I went just a hair too far. I had to go back a little bit. Eight seconds. I want to do this faster. Come on. Where's my 9-second picks? When I'm in the zone, I could do these in 9 seconds or better. Which I guess is really like 2 seconds, but I think you know what I'm saying. There we go. Oof. Come on here. A little out of practice, I guess. Okay, that should be all of everything, right? Did we use up all the screwdrivers? Nice. I love when math works out. Okay, another pair of binoculars. Good. I was afraid I might not be able to see anything, but now I can see everything. A flare. It's really the reason I come here, for the flares. 357 ammo. How about that? Okay, compound bow. That'll sell for a decent price. We got, I think, 6 of them in backup right now, so I do like to have compound bows lying around because when you die and you lose one, they're pretty expensive to replace. Ooh, there we go. Scar DMR. Geiger counter. Those things will fetch a fair price. Okay, UMP 45. Now I'm getting to the place where I have to start making space for things, which is a good place to be. Let's see about... I don't think I'm going to be able to fit that at all. But I could probably drop those and that. Put the sword in here. Hotkey it to number 4 in case I need it. Put the UMP on my back. Finding lots of 338 ammo. Okay, we're going to flare. We're going to leave behind. We got a ton of them. And we don't really need them. I will carry this AKS 74U. Stun grenade. Those are kind of fun. Okay, and a smoke grenade, which I suppose I have room for here somewhere, right? Alright, let's switch these out so I have the AK that I can use if I need to in hand. And then I'll keep that other one for parts. Pair of shorts. Ooh, good, a thermometer. I don't know why I'm searching for anything. It's not like I have space for anything else. Alright, good enough. That suppressor really does help, doesn't it? Now only everybody knows I'm here. Before it might not have been... Oh wait, yeah, that's the same either way. Oh, this is a new bug. Never seen this before. The sideways ladder climb? Where are you? There's another one here somewhere, right? Right? Well, that's okay. Kind of curious if there's a ladder that goes down. No, there's no ladder on this side, is there? Sometimes you find good stuff in those green lockers. Alright, we've got an opportunity right now. This mech is walking in the correct direction for us to come down the ladder undetected. I need to drink again. My water's getting pretty low. Here we go. Anything at all. Ooh, police gloves. Nice. I need to remember one of these days to just buy the stuff because I want to have a police roleplay outfit. I might actually use that when I go minesweeping in the future. 38 revolver, police vest, police helmet, police gloves. Cargo drop coming in Z0 here. Let's take this opportunity to drink a little bit while we let the mech pass by. I think one more sip and we should be all set. It won't bring me up to 100, but it'll be a good start. Okay. Nothing there, just a flare. Beanie. I'll take that. cut it up into rags. Okay. Not so treasureful this time. But no worries. Ooh, look at that. 9mm, 45. And why did that 9mm not stack? No, that's 45. This should go right here. Sometimes it stacks, sometimes it doesn't. Hey, box of bobby pins. We'll replace the ones we used up in here. Pair of Crocs there. They could stay there. They're fine like that. Okay. A white gas mask. Can I wear that? It's gonna drop my night vision. See, I don't think I'm gonna be able to make enough space for it. Unless I drop all this ammo, but that's a lot of 338 ammo. And I don't want to drop all of it. So, we're just gonna leave it behind. Go on, get out of here. Get out of here, mech. Keep moving. Keep moving. Haha, sucker. Right under his nose. Let's get this stuff back to the truck, and then we're gonna move on. I think, unfortunately, this is gonna be another short stream today, because I have certain responsibilities midday that are pressing my attention at the moment. So we'll get this stuff into the sell box. I don't know that I want to sell the Scar, because I think I want it for parts to keep mine maintained. The UMP, we're definitely going to sell. Binoculars, I'd rather use a scope than binoculars any day. The 38 ammo, all the ammo we're going to keep. You don't get a ton of money for ammo, and, you know, early game when I need it, when I need the money, I will hold on, or I will sell the ammo. But because we have a good way to store ammo right now, I'd rather keep it than sell it for the time being. Okay, we're going to sell the smoke grenade. We're going to keep the police gloves. We'll keep the 45. We've got a ton of it, though. And then this stuff is all going to get cut up. The police gloves. So there we go. That's that. And then my number 5 chest is where I keep my police roleplay kit. Right down here. Which should mean that I can have some 38 ammo now. Very nice. I already have police gloves. Okay. And we'll just sell these. And my distribution bag. Boom. We distribute all of this into the base later. Yeah, of course that's not going to fit. It'll fit here though. Okay. Looking good. And this is my AK. Oh, look at that. Out of habit. I left the AK in the backpack because I just expected there to be one up there. Boom. Now we're cleaned up. Get rid of that hotkey for the sword. We don't need it. Very nice. Let's go find a safe place to park. And by safe, I mean, you know, safe. So I am gonna have to take a couple hour break here, and I don't really want to drive all the way back to base when I know I'm gonna have to come back to the Z3 Trader pretty soon. I wish there was a way to send private messages within the game to somebody outside of your squad. Like right now, I want to ask Underlink if I could park at his place. I'm sure he would let me. Um, but I don't have a way to message him that privately, and I don't want to blow up his spot or attract unnecessary attention. Let's see, what's a good place to park here on this island? I think... Oh, I think I know a place. A place that people probably won't go looking. Oh, that ain't gonna quite do it. I've seen my squad mates do this with a car. So I know it can be done. There we go. Oh, this is sketchy. Very, very sketchy. What do you think? Are people going to see this from the road down there? Do you usually look up at the bridge when you're driving by? This is either a very poor parking place or a very good parking place, and I'm not sure yet. But I will find out. If it's here when I get back, it was at least good enough for the moment. As of right now, I'm going to have to call this stream to an end. I plan to be back online around 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so that'll be about 3 hours or so from now. Until then, I want to thank you for watching. Phil, especially you popping in, offer to be moderator, inviting me into your community. That's excellent, my friend. I appreciate all the support, and I'll be back later on. Until then, I'm Musical Mayhem, and this is Scum.